A while back, I made a video and I said that I had been in touch with a fellow over in Ukraine who is he's an airline pilot, but he can't fly right now because of the war in Ukraine. And so he's been making videos with updates about what's going on in Ukraine. And I saw a video through Reuters, a YouTube. Actually, let me get my camera over here, and I'm gonna click around and try to show you. Here's Reuters. Ukraine makes keychains from downed Russian jet, and over here is the video of Dennis. This is Dennis Davidov. Dennis is a pilot, a jet airline pilot. He's also a musician. He makes really wonderful music, just incredible music. So while he's not able to fly, he's been doing these updates, and each one of these marks is where bombs are landing along the fight line. So the bombs on the red side, that's the Russian side, and this is the Ukrainian side. So you notice there's a lot more bombs being fired at Ukraine because the Ukrainians just don't have as much bombs to send back, but they are fighting back. So he gives a daily update, quite literally. This is his YouTube channel, and this is what his page looks like. Dennis Davidov. I watch him every day, and also, well, let me tell you the story. A while back, he was starting a new channel, and he was looking for a name, and he asked for people. If you contribute to him, you get to that first page that had, him on it with the bomb stuff. And I agreed to support him and started sending him some money. Well, he had a contest he listed on that channel for people that support him to help him name a new page that he's making. And I sent in a name. I called it Ukrainian Window, because every day I look through the window of his videos to see what's going on in Ukraine. I'm very interested in this stuff. In fact, I'm shocked by what the Russians / Putin is doing to a peaceful country that feeds a huge part of the world. I'm horrified by what they're doing, which is just blatant, ridiculous destruction. And I'm convinced that the soldiers that they're sending there don't even know what they're being sent into. And it's a horrible situation for everybody. And this is all being done by a godless man and his godless followers. But that's all I'll say about that, because if you pay any attention to this stuff, that matters. Well, anyway, a while back, he put something up on his channel about this Reuters story where they had basically taken a fighter jet that was shot down in Ukraine, a Russian fighter jet, and they had cut it apart and made it into keychains. And the guy that did this said he'd give one of these keychains to anyone that donated $1,000 to help the Russians. Well, help the Ukrainians basically buy drones to fight the Russians. Well, I ain't got $1,000, but I was very much in support of it. Well, a while later, Dennis had a contest where if you picked the name for his channel, he'd send you a keychain. Now, I at first thought it would be one of those Russian fighter jet keychains, and I thought, no, surely not. He's surely not going to send me something that valuable. Well, it came in the mail today. Here's my envelope from Ukraine with Ukrainian stamps on it. I've covered up his address to protect him, because if the Russians knew his location, they'd bomb him. But it's got the Ukrainian symbol on the back. He sent me original piece of aircraft skin from a downed Russian Su-34 fullback strike fighter aircraft. It's got a serial number on it, and shot down in March 2022 during the battle for Kiev. Limited edition, yeah. And it's got stuff on the back. To be honest with you, I don't want to pull it off of this, but on the back side, it's got more stuff printed on it, and it has what the skin would have looked like on the inside of the jet, which I kind of looked under there a little bit, but I don't want to. To me, it's worth more on its original thing, because just think about, someday in the future, what if I kept this and died and Josh inherited it, and then someday he was able to pass it on to his kids, and they had a piece of a Russian fighter jet that was shot down during the beginning of the battle for Ukraine that started the whole World War III. Well, y'all believe it's going to World War III, but a lot of people do. But anyway, I have this thing. Let me take you to their page. I'm
Dennis,
oh, stop talking, Dennis. So this is the page where you can get one of these. The website is Drones for Ukraine Fund. All one word, Drones for Ukraine Fund. And this is basically the story about it and how we help. All funds are spent exclusively on purchases of drones, who we are, all kinds of information there. This is the keychain that I've been sent, which is of one of these fighter jets, and there's pictures of the jet that they made this out of. This is pictures of the fighter jet that was shot down in Ukraine that I have a keychain made out of, part of the skin from that jet. And they have another set of keychains over here that are made from a Russian helicopter like this that was also shot down in Ukraine, and they've made keychains out of that. Get involved. There's a place here where you can donate a drone, and there's fundraising events, and there's ways to sign up and become a part of this. And about us, and over here, we're a group of volunteers that focus mainly on providing drones to the Ukrainian army. And here, this is written by the person that started making these, and he said, many of my friends tell me $1,000. No one will give you this for this piece of metal. It's crazy. He said in the morning he woke up and on his phone and realized that he already had $20,000 to $30,000 collected from selling these keychains, which is amazing. And all of these pages has more stuff. There's pages on reports, so you can follow this Drones for Ukraine Fund page and see all of this information. You can also find Dennis, like I say, on YouTube here, Dennis Davidov, DENYS DAVYDOB. Also, he sent me a postcard concerning Snake Island. It's a real Ukrainian postcard. He sent me some real Ukrainian stamps, which are also having to do with the Snake Island, which hopefully all you know about. If you don't, you ought to watch more YouTube. And a refrigerator magnet, also having to do with the Snake Island situation. And if you don't know what that's all about, you might want to go online and check it out. Now, I'm telling you this for a couple of reasons. One, I want you to know about it. Two, I want you to go in some way support the people of Ukraine, whether it's, you can send money to help the refugees that are getting out of there if you'd want to be involved in donating toward wartime stuff. But there's all kind of ways to help, and to be, if there's a peaceful country minding its own business, raising food, feeding the world, living happily, and someone comes and tries to rub them out, the right thing to do is to support them. And I made a video this morning about Jesus being love, and I'm not saying become involved in war, but I'm saying love. Jesus is quite the contradiction. He says, pray for those who despitefully use you and praise me in all things. So I'm praising God even though this terrible thing has happened. I'm praying for these people. I'm praying for Vladimir Putin. Vladimir. Geez Louise, that's hard. But Jesus says to do that. And he says to also help those who are in need. A whole country full of people in need right here. So, I have this. It's valuable. It's going to be more valuable. I don't feel like I deserve to have this. I feel like this could be used to help them, and it would be of more value than it would be locked up in a drawer somewhere sitting around here. I don't know how to go from this to that. I don't know how to use this to promote that. And so I made this video to ask you all to pray. Pray for me so I know the right thing to do. I want to do the right thing to try to help these people. If that means figuring out a way to encourage other people to make donations and possibly using this. You know, Dennis was using it as a prize to someone that would help help him over there naming a YouTube channel. Well, maybe I can use it for a prize for someone who's willing to help them in some way. And I don't even know what that way is. I don't even know how we would do that. Pray for me. Pray for this situation. Pray for the people of Ukraine. Let's put our hearts out to these folks. And if you have any ideas or thoughts about how best to do this, you let me know. That's what this video is all about. Sure is. Okay, it's just a straight shot to y'all from me.
From Ukraine. How does...
And from Ukraine, Dennis says. Well, I love this guy. I've been watching him every day. There's another guy called Starsky, Commander Starsky or Captain Starsky or something. He's really good too. I watch him. I got people I watch every day on YouTube. They keep me in touch with what's going on. I love YouTube. I love all you YouTubers. Thank the good Lord for every one of you. My camera's broke, so I have to use an ink pen to turn you off now. So you're about to get the ink pen right to the skull. Ah! Didn't stick it in deep enough, I guess. Ah! Okay, let's try this button. Oh, come on now. I thought about giving him my old 360 camera. I mean, it's not, actually, it's a good camera. I don't know if he can use it or not, but